Welcome back to Alaka'i, the podcast where we talk stories that matter with voices you should know. We are your hosts, Michael
and Abby, and today we have someone really special with us. Not only is he a student here at BYU-Hawaii, but he also has a voice you might recognize. According to We Are Happy Media, Myshaan is a soulful R&B artist from Hamilton, New Zealand, blending Māori roots, Pacific pride, and gospel values into every song. His hit single, Sway, honors Polynesian women and the cultures he grew up to love while serving his mission. Myshaan keeps it real in writing, producing, and mixing all his music with heart and purpose.
So let's welcome our guest, and thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing so good. Thanks for the welcome. Thanks for the intro. That was a little special. Thank you.
Okay. Well, let's take it back a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit where you were raised, your family, and the environment where you were raised in?
Yeah, so I am born and raised in a beautiful place, the Promised Land, called Aotearoa, New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have been there, but it's a very diverse place, very similar to Alaka'i. That is, to put it in your guys' mind, that is kind of what my home looked like growing up. And I grew up singing. I grew up playing a lot of sports. I love basketball and volleyball. Yeah, that's pretty much me. I'm a sports guy. I love singing, sports, eating, and man, what's my favorite thing? My mom's cooking, and I love my mom's cooking. And that's Myshaan right there.
Okay. Was music something that you were always surrounded with growing up, and how was music seen in your family?
Yeah, I think music's always something I've been surrounded by. As members of the church, there's always music going on, especially within the Polynesian community. So I'm very grateful for that. And it was seen in my family. My mom plays the piano, her mom plays the piano, her aunties play the piano, and some of my uncles are in big reggae bands. So it's everywhere. I've been very surrounded by the music scene in my life, and that's kind of paved the way for me as well to be a musician today.
I like that.
Thank you. So you mentioned you like sports and food. What other hobbies do you enjoy besides those and music?
Well, I just bought a camera today. I invested in a camera, and I say that word because it's not the cheapest. It's not the cheapest purchase I've made recently, and so I just bought a camera. But that's so I can just improve in my content creation. That's something I've been really excited to get into. So that's one of my hobbies: content creation, and also helping other people with their marketing, content creation. Something I want my job to be as well. So it's a hobby, but it's also a job I like to have. Being in Hawaii, I've learned how to spin the fire knife. So that's a little hobby I'm picking up right now. A little dangerous, little risky, but I don't get into the outdoorsy too much. So I think being in Hawaii, if I don't learn how to surf, have you really lived in Hawaii? So that's my next hobby that I'm trying to pick up. You don't surf either?
No.
So have you lived?
I don't know. Asking the same thing.
Yeah, that's something I want to pick up. Oh, I also like cutting hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you girls need a fade, I got you.
Well, when did you realize music was something more than a hobby for you?
Oh, great question. Growing up, it's probably the only thing I was excelling in. In school, obviously, you have some classes that you enjoy and you do well, but music was the thing I was doing well in, but it was also something I loved. But I never thought it was going to be a job of mine, because there was no real avenue that you could take as a musician for it to be your job. But it wasn't until I saw these two artists from New Zealand. They are Māori artists, and their names are William Singh and Alaka'i. I don't know if you guys know those names,
I
but
know Alaka'i.
Alexander, he's on the Rescue Surf. You might have seen that, but he's a very big artist. And seeing them, they created YouTube videos making music in their bedroom, and they were making money from that. And I was like, man, these two Māori artists, because I'm Māori from New Zealand, they are making money, and they are getting attention just from having a little setup in their room and doing it in their bedroom. So seeing these influential Māori young men excel so much in the field that I want to be in, I was like, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. And so that's what led to me at least trying to make it more than just a dream. Yeah.
So going along with that, let's talk about your journey into making music. How did it start? What does your creative process look like?
Okay, yes. So it started from those two amazing, influential Māori artists. I saw how much they could do, and I knew that I could do it myself, so I mustered up all the money that I had. I had a job as a basketball referee earning $6 an hour. That's not much money, guys. That's not much at all. But after a few months, I was able to save up for the basics, get me a little laptop, get me a little microphone, just everything you need to be a musician. And ever since then, I've been creating. But my musical creation process, I think the best songs that I've made, or the ones that I enjoy the most, they come from, I'm not going to say it's like divine inspiration, but it's like some random epiphany I have. So for my song Sway, I was at my sister's school production and they were dancing to a song that I was like, man, this is beautiful. This is amazing. Let me make a song like that. And as soon as I picked up the ukulele, it all just came to me. And another song called Carry My Heart, which is maybe one of my most popular songs. That song, I remember sitting on my couch. I don't think I had a guitar in my hand, but I was just sitting down. I was like, and I was like, whoa, I like that. I like that. Walked into my studio. It's right beside the lounge. And I was like, don't I love you, and you still. And I just like quickly pieced together all the words. So if I could summarize my creative process, it's a little bit of luck, I guess, but also once I think of a melody, I just repeat that and then fill the lyrics, goes melody, lyrics, and then beat, etc., etc. That's kind of what my process looks like.
That's really interesting.
Kind of spiritual.
A little bit of background though. A lot of people know you from your hit song, Sway. One thing that I know about you at least is when I was serving my mission, there was there was a music festival that happened in church, the mainland, and a video came up. So it was a video of He Is Risen.
Yes.
So that's where I know you from.
Yes.
I said I know this guy, but I don't know where.
That was young me. I
Yeah,
was a little baby
I
face,
know.
couldn't
Like
grow facial hair.
you looked really different. But going along with that, so you sang for the church's youth music projects. Can you tell us how that came about?
Yes. So that He Is Risen one, man, that's so funny. I was a little kid and man.
The movement in that as well was like
little moves, had arms out.
Exactly. I was like, this must have been awkward shooting.
It's funny because people are like, "Oh, you're that guy." I'm like, "Oh, the one that sings Sway." Like, no, He Is Risen.
Exactly.
Am I the He Is Risen guy? No, that's Jesus. But that's funny. It started off very simply. I just knew someone, and because of the He Is Risen project, I think Salt Lake City was able to recognize that, oh, this is a guy that is Māori and he's doing something for himself. He's making music and he also writes music. So I think they recognized my passion for it and they asked me to jump on a few more projects for the youth albums.
Yeah.
And so I was able to sing on a song called Grateful for the Rain.
I love that song.
Yeah, and it happened again.
Yeah.
Oh, you that Grateful for the Rain guy? I was like, oh, what the heck? That's a cool thing. I think that's so special. A lot of Filipinos love that song, so shout out to them. And then after we did that song, I returned home from my mission. I was approached again to write a song. And so in last year's youth album, I wrote a song called I Need Your Strength alongside Nick Day.
Beautiful song.
Thank you. And yeah, that's kind of how it all came about. It was just, I did one thing with them and they recognized my passion and they just wanted to keep working with me. And I'm grateful for the skills I've been blessed with to bless other people, especially people on their missions. Yeah.
You mentioned Nick Day. How was it like working with him? Because he's been in the business for a while.
Yes, Nick Day is the man. So I actually never met him in real life. It was just like email kind of thing. We never even called or anything. But they were asking for a few songs with the topic Strengthen the Lord Jesus Christ. And I sent him half the song. And then honestly, he just wrote the rest. So I sent him half the song with the melody and the chorus written. And then with his skill, he wrote, like filled in the blanks where I could not. So yeah, very easy. Very easy.
Okay. Going along with that as well, do you have a favorite song you've done for church? And can you tell us what that means to you?
My favorite song for church, well, I've only done two, is I Need Your Strength. Very, very cool song. First of all, we talked about Nick Day and how the process was for writing that. I think, first of all, it means so much to me because I grew up listening to songs written by Nick Day. He has written a lot of youth songs that have changed my life, that have changed my mission. So that was a very special occasion for me. But also being able to fill that same role that Nick Day does. He writes gospel music for youth, for missionaries, and being able to have people come up to me and say, man, your song has, there were transfers where I couldn't like keep working, and me and my companion would just like lie on the floor and listen to your music and just get over any trial that we're going through. That is probably one of the most special parts about being involved with the songs that I've written. So the song I Need Your Strength, it was just a quick song that I put together, but it was in a time that I needed the strength the most. So that very simple story, but impactful message.
Love that.
Yeah, faith and creativity go hand in hand. So you kind of talked about it a little bit already, but how does faith show up in your music?
Yes. I've said this on a few podcasts I've done before, but it's very funny. Before I left on my mission, the music I was creating, it wasn't very, it's like not kind of music you would listen to in a chapel. Or maybe it's not music that you would feel good about. What am I trying to say? The songs were like very in the bedroom kind of music.
Oh.
Well,
all
like,
right, everybody cut. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
But like music that you would like listen to by yourself and kind of like it just had the wrong feeling about it.
Okay.
But then I served my mission, and yeah, you can cut that if you want. But I served my mission, and someone came up to me and they asked me the question, "Oh, I didn't know you were a member." And that was because of probably the kind of music I was making, or I'm not sure why they said that. But in my mind, I was like, man, I need to make more music that was more feel good, that was more uplifting to people that listen to my music. So as soon as I came home, that was kind of the framework. Every time I was writing a song, that's what I was keeping in mind. That's how faith has inspired my music. I keep that in mind. Would I show this to my mother, or am I uplifting someone else's life? So I'm not directly speaking about the Savior in my music, but I'm ensuring I'm changing the way someone feels with my music.
Yeah, I love that. A lot of people look up to you for representing both culture and faith. What does it mean to you to share your testimony through music?
Oh, that is a question I've never been asked before. Crazy fact about me. My first name is Myshaan. Let's play a little game. What do you think? What do you think the origin of my name is? What does it sound like?
Sounds like mission.
Correct.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the origin.
I might have read that as well. I might have
maybe.
cheated.
I don't know if I've shared that too much.
That.
But that's where my name comes from. My dad is a convert, and he was getting taught by the missionaries. And I don't know how it came about, but in his mind something said mission, and so it eventually got changed, and it's Myshaan today. But the origin of my name is Mission, and my middle name is Lyric.
Wow.
Yes. And so I guess if you can look at my name, take a step back and have a look at it, my life's mission is a lyricist, or someone that shares music. And so what it means to me to share my testimony through music is like, this is my calling. This is what I've been blessed to do. This is one of the gifts I've been given by Heavenly Father to share my testimony through music. So that's what it means to me. It's something that I've been gifted to do.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay. How has the gospel helped you through challenges as a student and an artist?
Yes. How has the gospel helped me as a student and as an artist?
Like maybe how does the gospel help you face your challenges as a student and artist?
Yes. I could answer that with a very long answer. Let me see if I can compress that. The gospel is essential for me. We know the talk or the quote from President Nelson. He tells us that no one's going to be able to survive without the Spirit. And first of all, within the music industry, as you can imagine, it's probably exactly what you're imagining it is right now. There's a lot of people that are trying to take advantage of you. There are a lot of people that are trying to, take you out partying. Back home, there's maybe one other member that I know that is kind of within the industry.
Okay.
And we kind of hang out a little bit. But we also hang out within those crowds of musicians that like to go out and do all the partying stuff, etc. But having the gospel, it keeps you grounded, and it gives you a greater perspective on where you want to go and what you want to achieve. And it's not the temporary happiness. It's the future happiness. In my mind, I know I just want to have a family, raise kids, and then hopefully they serve missions and we just live a celestial driven life. So that's how it's led my music career. and also within education or within school. Is that the question? Man, honestly, I don't even want to go to school.
Don't we all?
I don't even want to be at school, but I value education and I value the Prophet's word. So even though I don't agree with everything that happens at schools, I agree with how important education and learning is. And I know that that's a celestial law. And I know that every time I learn, I'm becoming more like Heavenly Father. And so that's how important it is to me within, what's it called? Yeah, within my schooling. And one more thing, I don't need to be at school. I'm not here to receive a degree. I'm just here to receive learning, kind of thing. So that's how much the gospel has influenced it.
Okay, love that. Okay, I think you talked about having like harder times in your life, and then you've seen God's hand or the gospel, help you with that. Has music ever helped you feel closer to God during hard times? And do you have a specific experience in your life where you've seen that? Maybe one from your mission, your family? Yeah.
Yes, 100%. I'm trying to think of the most impactful time. And okay, it's come to my mind. About 2 years ago, I was an AC at FSY. An assistant coordinator.
Yeah.
So what that means is that you just take care of a company or a group of children and you ensure that their welfare is taken care of. But as part of being an assistant coordinator, you take care of a sector of FSY. So you can take care of one of the sports days, you can take care of the talent show.
Yeah.
Me, I was assigned the musical devotional.
Oh.
And so the reason why I chose that is probably one of the most impactful ways I've felt close to God. And it wasn't like I heard a song and I just felt God there, but it was the moment that I heard all the children screaming their testimonies through the songs that I chose, that told me, like, man, this is why you do it, kind of thing. You do it for not just yourself, but you do it so that other people can come closer to God. And yeah, I really felt near to God when the children were singing.
I love that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So we also know that you've served a mission. Can you tell us where you served and how your mission shaped your identity and or your music?
Okay. I served in the beautiful mission, Wellington, New Zealand mission. So I didn't leave my country to serve my mission, but I served there in 2021 to 2023. So I've been home for about 2 years now.
Oh, you're making me
Dang.
old, man. Like,
Let's play another game.
Wait a second. And like,
When did you come home?
I came home 2021.
Woo!
So that's been a long time.
You young.
Let's not ask Ben about this. The cameraman, the camera operator at the back.
Ben, when did you come home? And when did you come home?
Oh, I didn't serve a mission.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool then. So, yes, that's how long I've been home for. And I've learned so much. A crazy specific thing that has actually helped me so much with my life, and I'd probably say changed my life, is the portion in the mission where you weekly plan.
Oh, yeah.
Daily and weekly planning is a practice that I still perform in almost every day of my life. And yeah, so that's one thing from my mission that has changed my life. If I don't plan out my weeks, I feel sluggish. If I don't plan out my days, I don't feel like I've achieved as much as I could. So that's one thing. Anything else? No. But I'm a firm believer that a mission isn't just 2 years of your life, but it's 2 years of your life to prepare for the rest of your life.
I love that.
Yeah.
Were there any moments or experiences that changed how you see people or even deepened your understanding of love and service?
Ooh, yes. And I would say, man, the mission is so smart. Like, you're just made to be it's the perfect format for you to just become a strong-minded person once you finish. I'd say one of the best things that a mission offers you is time with a companion, time with strangers that you have to love, or that you have to learn to love. So my first companion, we got along and we had a good time. My second companion, we also got along, but my third companion, man,
you're all good now,
well, maybe
right?
not my third companion. I can't remember who it was.
Okay. Let's just leave it at that.
I can't remember who. No, my third companion was good, but one of my companions, I was struggling, and I loved him a lot, but there was a lot of things that I don't know. I was just struggling with him.
Yeah.
And from him, I learned a lot of patience. From him, I learned just how to accept how some things he does, he's not going to learn that instantly. And that's just, he's only been in the mission for a little bit of time. So I learned how to be patient. One of the companions, he taught me how to love. He taught me how to love unconditionally. And then one of my further companions later on in the mission, he showed me what a real man looked like, So there was different things.
What's that mean?
Well, just like he worked hard and he had good maybe morals, kind of like what I saw him and I was like, man, that's what I think a father should be.
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing. And like I respect a lot of the way he lived his life. And another one taught me how to work hard. So kind of picking out every single part of my companions, I learned how to work hard. I learned how to be patient. I learned how to just be a better man. And I learned how to, I guess I saw the Savior within each of my companions. So that's probably the main things I took out. Or that's a companion is probably one of the best ways that I learned how to be a better servant and more like Jesus Christ.
So we have mentioned a while ago of, how you deal with being an artist and being a student. And you're also a student here, of course, at BYU. What major are you taking and how are you liking BYU-H so far?
Man, first of all, I'm a marketing major.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes,
Okay.
but I haven't taken any marketing classes yet. They're so hard to get into.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, every time I go check, none of them are available for me to take. So
Maybe there's a few or a lot
Maybe.
of, there's a lot of marketing majors that I know, so
yeah,
maybe they get there from.
yeah. So hopefully next semester they chill and focus on their minors. I've been focusing on psychology right now, which is very exciting. I think it goes hand in hand with marketing, learning about the brain, how it works. But I love BYU. I don't think there is another place I'd want to be right now. It's taught me about a lot of different cultures. There's always something going on, and man, you also get the opportunity to just magnify a calling, especially one that you normally wouldn't. I've got some friends that are in the bishopric, friends that are in the Relief Society presidency, and I think that's a cool part, serving your peers. So all in all, I love this place.
Okay.
Yeah, this place is beautiful.
Are you a freshman still, or are you a sophomore now? Oh, you're a sophomore.
But I did a year in New Zealand, actually. I forgot to
Oh.
mention. Yeah, I studied for a year in New Zealand, so I'm
Same marketing?
strategic management, but it covers the same sectors.
Okay.
So I think I'm low-key a junior, but I'm going to just say I'm a sophomore.
Okay. As an international student, how do you deal with being far away from home? Because you did say that you served your mission in
New Zealand.
And then, if we're not mistaken, is this the first time you're staying away
Yes,
from?
it is.
Okay. How does that feel?
Yeah, honestly, maybe if I was in some random place, Oregon or something,
I love Oregon. What are you talking about?
or Texas. And the reason I say that is because BYU-Hawaii is so much like home. I've got so many friends that I serve with, so many people from New Zealand, and I'm at a church school. The church it's big, but it's small. The cultures are very similar everywhere you go. There's a lot of Pacific Islanders here. Yeah. So even though I'm extremely far from home is already here anyways. So I feel pretty good. But I miss my mom, I miss my family. Yeah, obviously miss those things, but man, this is home.
Okay. I did a little bit of light stalking on
Okay.
Instagram.
Yes.
That's not creep at all. This is for
Yes.
research and for the podcast. But
I'm nervous.
we've seen that you've traveled recently.
Yes.
Recently, to promote your music.
Correct.
So how do you actually balance school and making music? And do you have any tips for students who are doing the same stuff as you're doing?
Yes, and that goes back to weekly planning.
Just planning everything.
Cue like a siren sound. That's so exciting. I love weekly planning. But honestly, I don't have... If I look at my day, I don't spend that much time on music. I don't spend that much time. All I need is maybe 2 hours a week. For my content creation, all I need is another 2 hours a week. And then the rest, I don't know if someone can do the math. I don't know how much time I have, but it's more than 20 hours that I have to focus on school and to focus on everything else that matters. That's all I have to say. Plan your weeks out, plan your days out, and then realize that there's actually a lot of time you have in a day. Stop taking midday naps, you know.
I think
you don't need them. Go to sleep earlier, guys.
I was like thinking, because you're here right now and you're doing music and you're being a student. Are you working as well?
Yes.
Where do you work?
I work at the night show.
Oh. Okay.
Pause. that was like a judgmental.
No, I'm like, because that means you get off of the night show at like what time?
Yeah, I finish at 9 p.m.
And
Start at
then
6.
you have homework and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. I miss out on going to the banyan for dinner. That's probably the hardest part about working at the night show. But like I said, I finish my classes at like 2 p.m.
Okay.
And I have 4 hours in between that to eat and to do my homework. Wednesdays I don't have work, so I can spend some time on that doing some music. And there's so much time to do stuff.
I like that perspective.
Yeah.
Anytime.
That's a good perspective. So I guess you kind of answered this already, but as a student here at BYUH, what does a typical day look like for you?
Man, me and my roommate, so this is typical for us now recently. Me and my roommate, we're really very good friends. What that means is that you just stay up talking and hanging out and maybe going and studying, but we stay up quite late. So what it consists of is forcing ourselves out of bed in the morning, trying to go to my first class at 8 a.m. and then going to another class and then going to another class, going to the cafeteria. And then, like I said, got that 4 hours to do a bit of fun. If I'm not taking a midday nap, I said people to stop doing it. I say people stop doing it because I'm doing it and I feel so unproductive. But anyways, if I'm not doing that, I'm either cutting someone's hair and then I'm going to the beach and quickly recording a video. I normally go to Temple Beach. That's where you'll catch me. You know that rock at the end of Temple Beach? If you walk in, go right to the right.
Oh,
it's like a big rock. I do like all my videos there.
Oh, okay.
So you'll probably catch me there once or twice a week.
You know where to find him.
Just trying to climb up. Yeah, if you want to find me, you'll see me there.
You gave that away. Come on.
Yeah, my little secret spot. And then for another hour, you'll see me just staying in my hale and working on a bit of music. Another hour, I'm doing homework. And then if I'm not hungry enough to go to the cafe, then I'll be spending that time sending emails. Yeah.
Okay.
Fun. Is that fun, guys? And then I go to work for 3 hours and I dance. So that's,
okay.
yeah, I dance in the night
like
show.
thinking that maybe they're playing the drums or something.
No, I try and dance. That's another hobby, I guess.
Okay.
I've been learning how to be a Polynesian dancer.
Okay.
I do that for 3 hours or 2 hours or so. That keeps me skinny. I forgot to mention the gym. Yeah, let's go to the gym when I can.
Okay.
And then a quick homework again and go to bed and repeat.
Life of a student.
What a day.
When things get overwhelming, what helps you stay grounded?
Always a call back home. That's probably the easiest thing. Calling mom. She always knows what to say. Calling back home, obviously, and then something that me and my friends have been trying to implement right now, but going to the temple. It's so easy to not go to the temple because it's right there. Sometimes they say, oh, it's raining, or I don't have a car to get right there. It's like 100 meters away.
Just walk, man.
But yeah, just disconnecting from the world a little bit and going to the temple. I'd say are the best things. So connecting with my family and disconnecting from the world.
We're going to go to a little bit of the music part. Gotta get a little bit of what influences you, but what kind of music do you listen to and how does it influence your music?
Man, I'm an R&B lover to the core. I love everything Bruno Mars. I love everything. There's a New Zealand artist called Teeks, Stan Walker. But also being in Hawaii, you have to know the reggae stuff too. And so I love reggae music. And my biggest influences are Māori and Josta Tofi. So those are the people that are kind of silhouetting my music. But yeah, that's what I love. I love to jam that stuff. Oh, and country music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Like Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs. I'd pay a good amount of money to go watch them live.
Okay.
Yes.
Wasn't expecting country music, honestly.
Ah, me neither.
Yeah. Really?
No, not like that. Okay. Okay. If you could meet a music artist dead or alive, who would that be and why?
Ooh, Bruno Mars. He was my very first concert I ever went to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm so lucky. Yeah. First concert, Bruno Mars. Thank you, Mom and Dad. He's just like the GOAT. It's got to be him.
Okay. What is your favorite song that you've done? Maybe think of a cover or something that you wrote.
Mm-hmm. My favorite song that I've done, a song called Angel.
Heard that.
Yes. And the reason why it's my favorite song is just because it's where I finished writing the song and I'm like, man, my songwriting is getting so much better. And so like I felt like I was a good songwriter at that point. I was able to really incorporate the Hawaiian or Tahitian vibe of the song. I was able to utilize a very prominent figure in the Polynesian community named Moana Schwenke, who was Miss Samoa.
Mm-hmm.
And so all the pieces, the music, the songwriting, the music video, the story behind the song, which is about, the song's called Angel, and it's just about like women in your life that just make it that much better.
Okay.
So, like your mom and your aunties, and then maybe for some people, their wives. And so that's my favorite song right now, Angel.
Okay. Love that.
Where do you hope to take your music next? Any new projects or anything?
I don't really care where it goes as long as it's going around the Pacific for now. So my goal, my mission as a musician is to show young kids like myself that it's possible to make it a career. So that's my goal with my music. And so where I hope my music goes next is just mainly in the Pacific right now, so that these kids can see, hey, there's another Polynesian boy out there and he's doing well. So I hope I just want my music to take off so that they can see, man, it's possible.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that leads right into my next question.
Okay.
What advice would you give to young Pacific Islanders who want to use their talents?
Whew. The quickest piece of advice, and I took this off a film from Kanye West. This is what Jay-Z said to Kanye West.
Okay.
So let me set the scene really quickly. Kanye West, he's an up-and-coming artist at the time, and he didn't have much going for him, but he knew he had talent. He was in a studio, and he walked in and saw Jay-Z, and was like, man, can I show you some beats? Jay-Z was like, man, yes. Kanye showed him the beats, loved it. And this is what Jay-Z said: closed mouths don't get fed. So if Kanye had never opened his mouth, he would never have got the blessings or the opportunity to share his music. And look where Kanye is today because of that one moment. Well, look where Kanye's music is today.
Okay. Yes. We might cut that later.
Michael, what the heck?
I'm sorry.
Look where Kanye's music is today. He has changed a lot of people's lives, and he's making millions of dollars doing his music. Now, so to the kids.
Yes, to the kids. Please.
Rewind, breather.
Sorry.
To the Polynesian kids out there, or to the kids that love my music and listening, closed mouths do not get fed. Open your mouth, and you never know what opportunities you'll get when you speak up.
Okay.
Awesome.
We good?
Yeah. Okay.
Any final messages for those out there balancing faith, school, and dreams?
Yes. Listen to your mom and dad, and just open your mouth. Ask those questions. Ask people just for opportunities. Closed mouths don't get fed, and I'm a big advocate for that. That's all I'd have to say. And go to church.
Okay.
Wonderful messages. Well, Myshaan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
It's
so much for having me.
such a joy getting to know you, your story, and the heart behind your music.
Thank you to all our listeners for joining us. If you want to hear more of Myshaan's music, check out the links in our description. Don't forget to follow Alaka'i on Instagram at Alaka'i News and on Facebook and YouTube.
You can also listen to this episode and future episodes on Buzzsprout, YouTube, and Spotify. This has been Alaka'i, the podcast. And once again, these are your hosts, Abby
and Michael.
See you next week.